Tom stayed late after school to study, wanting to prepare for tomorrow's test. When he finished, he realized it was already midnight, and the atmosphere around the school had turned unusually eerie. The school was completely empty, not a single person in sight, and Tom began to feel uneasy. He quickly packed his books and got ready to leave. As he stepped out of the classroom, he could feel the chilling silence of the dark hallway. Suddenly, a spider monster appeared from the shadows and began chasing him. Tom was terrified, tears streaming down his face as he ran and cried in panic. The spider monster pursued the little cat down the hallways, its footsteps echoing in the dark, empty space.
Oh no!
Tom ran as fast as he could, heart pounding with fear, heading toward the school gate. At last, he burst through the gate, panting and nearly exhausted.
Oh no!
Huh? Tom immediately told the security guard what had happened, his face still wet with tears and his body trembling. The guard grabbed a flashlight and went to patrol the school grounds to check. But by the time the guard reached the spot, the spider monster had vanished without a trace. Tom felt relieved, but the fear of what he had just experienced lingered.
At a school for mischievous kittens, there was a young cat named Max. One day, during a chemistry class, Max, curious as always, began to play around with test tubes filled with strange solutions. Carelessly, Max accidentally spilled the chemicals everywhere, and the liquid spread beyond the classroom. When the other cat students in the school came into contact with the chemicals, they suddenly turned into terrifying zombies. Max was horrified as his classmates became aggressive, their eyes glowing red, and they started chasing after him. Not knowing what else to do, Max dashed through the hallways of the school, with the zombie students hot on his trail. He tried to find an escape, but zombies were appearing everywhere, trapping Max in a dangerous situation. In his desperation, Max called his mother, a famous boxing champion known for her fierce fighting skills. As soon as Max's mother received the call, she wasted no time and rushed to the school to rescue her son. Upon arriving, she jumped into battle, throwing powerful punches that made the zombie creatures back away. With her agility and expert boxing skills, Max's mother fought her way through the zombies, clearing a path toward Max. Finally, she found him hiding in a small room. She quickly led him out of the school, but there was still an army of zombies surrounding them. Just then, the police and a rescue team arrived just in time. They joined forces with Max's mother to defeat the remaining zombies, restoring peace to the school. Max survived the incident, and from that day forward, he realized that his playful antics could lead to serious consequences. The mother and son left the school safely, and Max silently thanked his mother, the hero who had saved him from a nightmare. Felix is a cute cat with soft fur and sparkling eyes. Although he appears happy on the outside, Felix is always sad inside because he is bullied by the other cats in the neighborhood. Felix always feels lonely, finding no joy in everyday life. Few people know that Felix is passionate about singing and dreams of becoming a great singer. He finds solace in singing his favorite songs. He often sings when he is alone, with a voice full of emotion and passion. However, the other cats do not appreciate Felix's talent. They often mock him and call him tone-deaf cat whenever he starts singing. Felix feels very sad but never gives up on his passion. One day, while Felix is concentrating on practicing his song, the door to the room suddenly opens, and a group of other cats barges in. They look at Felix and laugh at his singing. Felix feels very disheartened and decides to give up. He puts away his guitar and tries to forget his dream. One day, while walking around the neighborhood, Felix sees a flyer advertising a singing contest. After thinking it over, Felix decides to enter the contest. He retrieves the guitar he had hidden and begins practicing very hard. Finally, the day of the contest arrives. A large audience and other contestants gather to participate. When Felix's name is called, he feels his heart beat faster than ever. Felix steps onto the stage, holds the microphone tightly, and begins to sing. Felix's singing is soft and full of emotion, with each note conveying depth and sincerity. The other cats listen attentively, and the atmosphere in the room becomes silent, with only Felix's voice resounding. Even the cats who had previously mocked him are captivated by his singing. When the performance ends, the entire auditorium erupts in enthusiastic applause. Felix is extremely happy to have the support of the audience. Finally, the time to announce the results comes. The person in charge of announcing the awards steps on stage and announces that Felix has won. He stands silently for a moment, then a bright smile appears on his face. The other cats begin to clap and praise Felix's singing talent. After the competition, Felix begins to have opportunities to perform at music events and share his love for music. Felix no longer feels lonely and sad as he did before.
Mother cat Lily and her son Tom stepped out of their house on a sunny morning, ready for a fun day at the nearby market. Tom ran alongside his mother, while Lily carefully held his hand, her eyes filled with love and tenderness. When they arrived at the market, Lily decided to buy a few fresh apples. She stopped at a stall, carefully selecting each apple, while Tom stood nearby, watching the people passing by. But as Lily was engrossed in shopping, a group of kidnappers secretly approached Tom. They swiftly abducted him, shoving him into a car and speeding away at a terrifying pace. Tom struggled and screamed in desperation, but he was tightly bound and couldn't break free. Lily immediately noticed Tom's absence, and when she turned around, a heart-wrenching scene unfolded. The car carrying her son was racing far out of sight. Without hesitation, Lily quickly jumped onto a nearby motorbike and chased after the kidnappers, filled with panic and fear. The road ahead became perilous as Lily tried to catch up to the speeding vehicle. She rode at high speed, her eyes never leaving the kidnappers' car. But suddenly, a dangerous curve appeared. Lily lost control of the motorbike, crashing into a large tree on the roadside. Meanwhile, Tom was still trapped in the kidnapper's car, but he was no longer afraid. The thought of losing his mother and his rising anger filled him with determination. He decided he couldn't let this continue. Tom began fighting back against the kidnappers, kicking the seats and trying to break free from the ropes. The struggle inside the car caused it to lose control. The vehicle skidded off the road and crashed into a tree. The kidnappers were all stunned, the car badly damaged, and they could no longer continue their escape. Despite his injuries, Tom was determined to go back and save his mother. He ran as fast as he could to where Lily's motorbike had crashed, tears streaming down his face. When he arrived, Tom found Lily lying motionless. He tried to wake her, calling out her name through his sobs, but Lily didn't respond. Tom's heart tightened with unspeakable pain. He sat beside his mother, overwhelmed with guilt and sorrow. Tom vowed to live strong, to honor and protect the memory of his mother forever.